Sports fans, ASMR Sports back with you today with some non-sports action. The other day I bought a nice little collection of miscellaneous non-sports wax packs, as well as from the same seller a collection of Star Wars wax packs that I'm kind of excited about. So I thought I'd show you guys what the what is on that. Also, I got a 2023 Bowman Chrome in stock, so I might put those up, one or more up for sale, possibly for maybe a live stream break, or maybe I'll throw them in like a multi-product break, a mixer. I think I'm going to start with the non-Star Wars. So, all of these packs come in these fun little plastic holders, which are kind of nice. I know there's a guy on Facebook who sells these, and they're pretty good for, kind of keeping wax packs, undamaged. But like the one guy who sells these on Facebook is, the only source for them, so kind of hard to come by. I'm not going to necessarily open all these, but I do want to open some of them to look inside at the pack and kind of just see its condition and stuff. Here we have a Masters of the Universe He-Man pack. I have 0 of these packs, so this is one of the ones I was more excited to get than others in this lot, because I like to get new packs that I don't have for non-sports. And this one looks really nice and crispy. No significant whiting on the corners. Everything looks nice and tight. Roller marks are there, and the seal looks relatively solid. So, nice condition pack. These are fun. I've wanted a Masters of the Universe pack for a while, so glad I got not one but 2. Actually, there's a crap ton of them. I think what this guy, what his collection was, sort of trying to get sorry, video froze there. I don't know how long it was frozen. What this guy was kind of trying to do was get all the variations on different packs that he was collecting. So we've got this Skeletor. We've got, oh man, freezing again. My apologies. I don't know what's going on here. See if the video comes back. All right. Okay. I restarted my computer to see if that fixes the issues with the paused recordings, so hopefully we won't see any more stops, but I'll try to keep an eye on it. So, as I was saying, the person I bought these from, I think, was trying to get, all the different varieties of the wax packs that he was interested in. So this particular one, I think, has 3 different designs. Skeletor, we looked at. He-Man, these all look pretty good condition, too. And then, I forget this guy's name, but I think there's 2 probably with him on it, so I'll just confirm that. Dig it in here. Yeah, 2 the same here. Looks like I got doubles if anybody wants to trade. So these He-Man packs, they're relatively valuable. I think they're fun just because, I grew up with Masters of the Universe on the TV screen a lot. So they're very much a part of my childhood. I didn't really religiously watch. I didn't really have any of the figures. But, you know, I would see it on TV, and so it really reminds me of when I was a kid. I think I mostly saw like the kind of reruns and stuff many years after this originally came out, which was like, I guess, 83. So, but anyways, these are really nice condition, and these packs are, yeah, these are relatively difficult to find. I didn't look at the sort of value of these, but I'm guessing it's, you know, probably like $8 or $10 a pack, maybe is what I'm thinking. I don't know, might be off, but that would be my wild guess. Next up, we have a couple of Dune packs, each with a different cover or you know, packaging photo there. These ones will look a little bit rougher than the He-Mans. I think these Dune cards are significantly less valuable than the He-Mans. Most Fleer stuff is. And this is somewhat beat up. But still fun to have. I may have one of these packs already. I don't know that I have all of the two variations, so I'm sure I could use one of these for my collection. Double Bubble, that's what I'm chewing right now. These are from 1984, just like those Masters of the Universe. So these are fun. Alright, let's keep rolling. Alright. Next up, all of these packs are Batman related, so it looks like he was kind of trying to get, you know, a lot of different varieties of these Batman first and second series packs, and then some other packs in the Batman universe as well. This is a cello pack, so 19 cards, pretty thick there. Series 1, I would imagine this is somewhat rare. I've not seen these cello boxes really that frequently, and so I would guess that's probably a little bit harder to find than some of these other ones. I'm going to try to kind of go in order. This is the just the basic wax pack for Series 1 Batman. This stuff has gotten kind of a slight bit more expensive in the last, you know, couple of years. The Batman Series 1, the Series 2 is a bit more common and less expensive. But the Series 1 is pretty solid, but still not a very high-end pack. I'm sure these are, what, like maybe $4 or $5 a pack. You know, so the boxes are like 100, 150, 120 bucks, something like that, I bet. So we got the Series 1 cello pack. We got 2 of the wax pack varieties. I think that's all they made for Series 1 Batman. Then they had Series 2 Batman wax packs, two different pack designs there. And these are from let's see, 1989. I believe that's when the original movie came out. So everything's from '89. And then the matching cello pack for Series 2. So kind of fun to have all the variations really of the Series 1 and 2 products. Let's look at what else we got. Oh, we gotta look at this. This is actually not Batman, but it's another variation of the Masters of the Universe packs. So very cool. Got all those, all 4. Now, let's see. Next up, we have Batman Returns, the sequel to Batman. Looking pretty similar to the original Batman wax pack, if I do say so myself. It looks like there was maybe only one variation of this. This is going to be from, what, 91? Yeah, 91. And so it's, instead of a wax wrapper, of course by 91, Topps had all but moved on from wax wrappers and started putting everything in cellophane. Though you can, I think, get 91 Topps baseball cards in both wax wrappers and in the cellophane wrappers, but I'm guessing this Batman Returns came only in the cellophane variation. Then I recently bought a collection, actually not too recently, but whatever, in the last like year, that had like a bajillion of these Batman Returns Stadium Club cards. Kind of funny, you get 15 cards. That's quite a lot, because like you look at the regular Batman Returns, you only get 8 cards, but here you get 15 in the super premium Stadium Club. So that's kind of crazy. But anyways, one of these are about $1. So no real value there. And this was kind of fun. I've not really seen or had one of these before. Batman Forever from 1995, Fleer Ultra, kind of cool. Jim Carrey is the Riddler on the cover of that pack. Kind of fun there. Maybe we'll take that one out, take a look at it. I would guess this probably has very little value, but kind of fun to see. Looks like there's some like parallels, holograms, chromium action, acclaim, video game cards. So kind of fun there. So yeah, I'm not a huge Batman fan. I'm not particularly excited about Batman cards, but I do like the idea of kind of having a bunch of different variations and stuff of wax packs, because variety is the spice when it comes to many things, but certainly collecting non-sports wax packs. Okay, next up looks like we got another Dune variation there. So that's fun. I'll put that with my other Dune packs right there. And now we got some fun ones. Yeah, baby. Elf. I love Elf. I think I might have a box of these somewhere. I feel like I sold like Elf 1 and 2 boxes recently, and I'm not sure if I have remaining ones, but I was a fan of the Elf TV show. It's kind of funny, I didn't really like watch it that much when I was a kid. I mean, I watched a little bit, but for some reason I just really liked the Elf character. I had an Elf like stuffed animal when I was a kid, and I don't know, I just liked him. I think I had like an Elf bumper sticker or something that my mom bought me, and yeah, so I like Elf stuff. Then we've got Elf Series 1 packs and Elf Series 2, so pretty cool. Complete Elf pack collection there. Alright, what is this? Very interesting. So Jaws 3D, I guess, so I think Jaws 3D was like a, you know, sort of a re-release of Jaws in 3D format, and judging by the foil packing here, I'm guessing that happened like sometime in the 90s. This does say copyright 1983, so that would be the original, but of course this pack is from the re-release. And it's got, like, I think it's got 3D glasses in there. So these packs, well, they don't have a date on them. Very interesting. So I don't know when they're from. They just have the copyright date of the movie. Oh yeah, so 3D viewer inside. So these have 3D glasses and then some 3D cards to look at, plus one stick of bubble gum. Interestingly, it says, okay, this is talking about this, not in here. No stick formula. Okay. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Never seen these before. Not really sure what this story is. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, that's a new one to me. Alright, next up, we got Star Trek, the motion picture, not to be confused with the Star Trek television series cards, which there also are in tops. Those are much rarer and more valuable than these. I have a BBCE sealed box of these that I bought some time ago, sometime in the last probably couple of years. But I don't know if I have any original packs. I might have bought one pack or two packs, I don't know, back when I bought a ton of packs from Baseball Card Exchange. Pretty sure I do have some of these already, so these will be duplicates. But I always like these, you know, kind of late 70s. This one's 1979. Wax packs with that nice old Topps logo. They retired in like 1981 or something. Stopped using it basically after 1980. Got about 4 more stacks of non-Star Wars packs. Harry and the Hendersons, this is one of the sort of very common, very inexpensive packs from the late 80s. And I think I have probably a couple of these already. 1987. Yeah, these never really got any love because it wasn't really that huge of a movie. Starring John Lithgow. So yeah, these are probably $1 kind of pack, but fun to have. This one's kind of neat. So it's a Star Wars Finest Series 1, which is pretty cool. I would guess there's probably some value to this unopened Finest stuff. It goes back quite a bit. It's from 1996. I mean, I have to believe this is one of the first kind of premium Star Wars card products ever released. Now they have, you know, lots and lots of Star Wars stuff. Topps Chrome, you know, Finest, everything. But, you know, the Finest as a product didn't even exist until like 1993 for baseball, and then it kind of slowly came out for all the other sports. 94, they did football, and I think basketball. And then here, 96, we've got Star Wars, so this is really, I think, one of the first ever, you know, high-end non-sport Star Wars products out there, and for that reason, I feel like it may have some value. I'm sure a box of this stuff is probably pretty valuable. I don't know what the packs go for, but it's kind of neat. I like that they included this. I got this in the collection. Let's open. Oh, here we go. We got some odds here. Embossed foil 1 in 9, Matrix 1 in 12, Refractors 1 in 12, Master Vision Matrix Redemption card. Well, that's not gonna help. This is a Redemption 1 in 360 packs. So pretty cool. I really like this one. I'll have to look that one up, kind of see what the values look like. I could see that being maybe a $10 pack or something like that, maybe a bit more. Just a guess. Alright, now we got E.T. I think there's only one series of E.T., so this is kind of it, and I think there was only one pack design. So this one's a little beat up. It's got some whiting on the edges, corner edges, but seems to be nicely sealed. Relatively good sort of gloss on there, you can see in the light. So not too bad. 1982 was when these packs came out. Now we have one of my favorites, but I have no shortage of these. I have many Goonies packs. And I wonder if we'll see some of the other ones. There's, I think, 2 pack designs on here, and these are both the same one. I have, I think, like 2 sealed boxes, and I have one, like, sort of half, like half complete box of packs. These are actually pretty rare. I think these packs go for like $15 a piece. And I'm glad I bought, one box a long time ago, and then another box relatively recently, in the past maybe year. Yeah, what can you say? It's one of my probably top 4 or 5 movies. First would be Karate Kid, then probably Star Wars, and then probably Goonies after that. So, huge Goonies fan. I saw that when I was a kid. It was one of the rare movies I remember seeing, like, in the theater, but I remember it very sort of clearly that I was on vacation with my, my mom and my sister and my family, and, we would often go camping out in Minnesota, kind of like central Minnesota, where there's a lot of lakes. We would go, like, to some campground, and, would typically be by a small town, and I remember, when it was raining, we kind of had to figure out something to do, because, you just have your campsite there, and can't really sit outdoors or in your tent when it's raining. So typically what we do is drive into one of the small towns that was nearby, the campground where we're staying. And I remember we did that. And there was a movie theater, very small town movie theater. There's the other Goonies design. So we drove in to this little town. It was raining. The Goonies was showing, so I went and saw it. Yeah, I loved it. It was amazing. I mean, it really is an awesome movie. And you imagine you're, whatever, 9-year-old kid, watching it for the first time in the theater. It's very captivating. So, that's the Goonies. Oh, looks like we got doubles on that Goonies pack. So, alright, next up we have Rambo, also known as First Blood Part 2, the second of the Rambo movies. The first Rambo movie is just called First Blood. The second movie is called Rambo, First Blood Part 2, for those of you who don't know. So this is from the second movie. Of course, the first movie didn't have cards, I think probably because they didn't really know it was going to be such a huge phenomenon. So there's just the cards from the second movie, 1985, and this one looks in pretty darn good condition. Take a quick peek at that one. Yeah, very nice gloss on the back. Very minimal whiting, if any. Very nice, very sharp pack. Very clear roller mark. I like this. I'm sure I have one of these already, but not a pack I mind having additional copies of. Alright, this one's super fun. So I actually have a bunch of boxes of this stuff. Something like a year ago, I bought like a bunch of PVC wrapped boxes of this stuff. This is 1987 WWF Wrestling, which is the second year they made Topps wrestling cards. The first year was 85 that they did it, and they kind of took a year off in 86, then 87. Came back with these. There's also a Series 2, I think, at least in O-Pee-Chee. I don't know if there was a Series 2 in Topps. I think there was, though. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything but this WWF pack in there. But I love that this has a Kmart price sticker on it, 37 cents. That's just awesome. Back from 1987 when Kmart had cards. Yeah, is there Kmart anywhere now? I'm sure that all of the Kmarts in my city are gone. The last one, they tore down like maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. But, there were several in my area, and they have been kind of slowly disappearing over the last 20 years. But yeah, I always remember seeing the cards at Kmart when I was a kid. I never thought they had a particularly good selection of anything, so I rarely bought anything there, but I still looked at them, and so it's fun to see this awesome 37 cent sticker on there, this pack. So this pack was, in a Kmart display at some point, purchased by somebody back then, presumably, and, held in who knows how many hands since then, so it's going to have somewhere, and this one certainly does, but not too bad, all things considered. Yeah, so I don't have any individual packs of this stuff, this Topps Wrestling. Actually, I have some individual, graded packs, but I don't have anything that's raw. So that's fun, and that's true of a lot of this stuff. I have, sealed boxes, but that's it. I don't have any, individual raw packs that I can put my hands on and get up close with and show you guys, so I'm super excited to have all these ones that I bought in this collection. Alright, here we go. Ghostbusters 2. There was never a Ghostbusters 1 wax pack product, just Series 2, which was 19... Gosh, when was this? 86? 89? I thought it was much later. I think the original Ghostbusters was 85, something like that. So, cool to have these. That's a little poke in the paper there, which is unfortunate. The gum is in multiple pieces. I think one of them just kind of got pressed against that and poked it through. This gum is also in multiple pieces, and who knows what may happen with that. But other than that, the packs look pretty nice. No real whiting to speak of, and everything looks tight. Pretty nice gloss on the front. So fun to have these. I don't think I have any of these packs. Alright, we have two more stacks of non-Star Wars packs. Here we've got Star Wars. Kind of funny, Back to the Future. It's kind of funny how many, movies there are only packs for the, part 2 of it, because that often happened. They often didn't, know that a movie was going to be a cultural phenomenon until, after it was released. Sometimes they, obviously they do have Series 1, or they have, the first movie cards for some things like E.T. the Extraterrestrial. That was a Spielberg film. They put they put a ton of money in it. They knew it was going to be a blockbuster, or at least they, sort of anticipated because of how much they spent on it and so forth. So, for that kind of thing, they do tend to have cards up, for the first movie. But for, Rambo, for this, for Ghostbusters, there was only the second one, because they didn't know it was, going to have a big social sort of impact until after the first one was released. And by that time, I think they figured it was too late to make cards, and so they just made them for the second movie, I guess. Anyways, Back to the Future 2. Yeah, I don't know that I have any of these packs, but I know I have... Oh man, maybe I don't have a box of these. Maybe I gotta get rolling on that. Anyways, I love the Back to the Future movies. It's funny, I liked them good enough and watched them, once or twice when I was a kid, but I've watched them a lot since then. I really like to watch these whenever they show up on a streaming service that I subscribe to. So often they show up, all three at the same time. So I'll just kind of go through, and they all kind of are, the sequels are nice continuations of the prior movies. So they sort of flow together very nicely. You watch all three in a nice binge. It's kind of fun, so I do that a fair bit, and always enjoy seeing this stuff again. So fun to have that in the collection. I know I bought some of these when they came out, and I opened some of this stuff, but those cards are long since lost or forgotten. Here we have Tron. I think I have a couple packs of these I picked up in that big lot I got from Baseball Card Exchange. So that's just adding to the pile, and that's perfectly fine. It's a fun one. Low dollar one. These next ones I'm very excited to have because I've never had any of these. I don't have a box of them. I have nothing of this in my collection. And now I finally do, and I've wanted these for a long time, something from this set. So these are the Nintendo game packs, and these were one of those kind of, I don't know, overproduced at least for the demand at the time, and kind of low dollar sorts of products that you'd see a lot of up until the last maybe 5 years or so. But with the the sort of cultural domination that video games have experienced in the past few years, these have really garnered a lot of attention and interest, and consequently the price of this stuff has gone up. So they're definitely harder to get in the past couple years than they were before. And much like, I don't know, 86 Fleer basketball they used to buy, people couldn't give those boxes away to people. Now they're very, very much more valuable. Not nearly as valuable as those, but kind of a similar phenomenon where something was originally very easy to get, very inexpensive, and now is quite a bit more rare and sought after, since people have snapped up what's out there. Other thing is, I remember buying these when I was a kid. I really just was sort of curious to see what they looked like, and I remember, there's scratch-off cards. So there's little games and stuff you play by scratching off the little silver area. So, I don't know, they were kind of fun to me back then. I didn't really buy a lot of them, but I remember them quite well from when these were out back in 1989, and so that's the sort of thing I like to have back in my collection. And it looks like there were 3 different pack designs, and these look pretty darn nice condition-wise. I do think I would like to pick up a box of these, and we'll probably do that when the budget permits. Okay, last stack of non-Star Wars cards. Let's do it. Indiana Jones. This is, we just opened one of these. I have a bunch of these in a box. This is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which is the second Indiana Jones movie, I believe. 1984, yeah. So, Raiders of the Lost Ark was the first Indiana Jones movie, and I think there are Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, in fact, I know there are cards of that set, so that's one of the kind of, predetermined blockbusters that they did cards for, since obviously it was a Spielberg thing, and a lot of hype behind that movie when it came out. Anyways, this is from the sequel, Temple of Doom, and like I said, I've got a bunch of these packs already, so that one's kind of a undesirable one for me. Next up, this is pretty cool. So recently I acquired a unsealed box of this stuff that was super pristine condition. Somebody had found, I think, a couple of cases of these things and opened them up and sold off the individual boxes, and I bought one of them, and man, this thing was the cleanest dang thing you've ever seen in your life. And I got that box and then sent it in right away to Baseball Card Exchange to get wrapped and authenticated, and do not have any packs of it, so I'm happy to have an individual pack of this stuff. This stuff is very rare. I mean, you cannot find this stuff very easily. A lot of times, there's maybe one box on eBay, and a lot of times there's no boxes. There's a few kind of non-sports wax boxes that's true of, and this is one of them. That case find that I mentioned of that guy that had 2 cases that he broke, I think is probably actually the source of most of the listings of this stuff that you see on eBay in the past, year and a half. But that stuff will, kind of get buried away in people's personal collections, and then there won't really be many of these out there. In the event, I'm happy to have an individual pack of this stuff, because I only have the sealed box right now, so, it's fun to have individual packs. And now I have one of this Miss Pac-Man. I don't have any of the Pac-Man, regular Pac-Mans from about this time period, so I like to get one of those. Alright, next up is another fun video game one. These have also gotten kind of, somewhat increased in value in the past couple years, given the appearance of Mario there in the Donkey Kong universe and the general popularity of all things Nintendo. So yeah, I don't know that I have any of these packs already, so I'm happy to have this one along with my other Nintendo packs. This is Michael Jackson. I don't have any of these. I don't have any boxes. So I'm happy to have these, but these are very low dollar packs. I think these are like $1 a piece kind of thing, which is kind of surprising to me. I don't know. I mean, Michael Jackson was certainly a cultural phenomenon, and I see there's a variation here. No lipstick on that one and lipstick on this one. I don't know if that's supposed to be lipstick or just, it's natural lip color, but it's pretty dang red, so it sort of has to be lipstick. Anyways, yeah, these look really nice condition-wise. Super gloss photo cards, 3 stickers, and a stick of bubble gum. So pretty cool. I kind of want to open one of these, but I don't know, I only have 2, and they're each, their own variation, so I probably won't open any of those, but that would be fun to kind of see what those cards look like. Alright, next up is something I don't know that I really care to have. I don't know, these foil packs don't excite me nearly as much as wax packs from Topps. This is Dinosaurs. ProSet put out some pretty weird packs. I mean, they had so many things like, like different Disney movie cards and just all sorts of weird stuff ProSet put out back in the 90s. Man, those guys were just printing card sets of every dang thing they could think of. It's kind of amazing. I mean, I'd love to see like a complete set or a complete list of every ProSet, product from like, their start in 89 to like, I don't know, like 98 or something. Because I bet there's just tons of stuff that they made that nobody ever really cared about or saw, or that I probably wouldn't know about. That might be a fun actual, like, little exercise, is to see how many of those ProSet products you can, collect. But yeah, I didn't even really realize that ProSet put out so many things like this until, relatively recently. When I was a kid, all I cared about was the ProSet sports cards, so I never would have, even paid any attention to this stuff. But there was a lot of stuff that they made. I'm kind of surprised that they did, because I would think that they probably didn't sell much of it. Okay, we're ready for Star Wars. So I'm going to go in like reverse chronological order, because that's pretty much like reverse order of value from lowest to highest. First up we have Return of the Jedi Series 1. 4 different packs here. By the way, this collection is a complete collection of all possible wax packs made by Topps from Star Wars, universe movies. So that's pretty cool, I think. There are lots of variations, like, there's OPG versions of all these packs, or many of them. There's even some that were made, like, in Italy, I think, and, like, France, so they're, like, foreign language ones, and stuff like that. But as far as Topps, U.S. releases, what you're going to see here is every wax pack that was made for a Star Wars movie, so that's pretty awesome, I think, to have that. And they're all, I think they're all in these cases, so I kind of want to see what these cases are doing, offering in terms of protection. Looks like they're pretty decent fits. I do think that they can get a little bit bunched up in these cases, so I don't like to use them myself, but I may just sort of leave these in here. I'm not going to take them all out, but kind of just want to see how they're treating some of these packs. These Return of the Jedi ones are pretty low dollar. These are probably $3-4 packs at most. So there's Jabba the Hutt on one. These all look to be in pretty solid shape. There's an Ewok. And there's Luke. So pretty nice condition on all those. That's a complete run of the Series 1 wax packs. And here is a complete run of the Series 2 Return of the Jedi. There was only 2 series of Return of the Jedi. Some of the other movies you'll see have had more series than that. So let's take a look at one of these. This one's a little bit of a tighter fit, but yeah, looks pretty dang nice, I have to say. But these are relatively modern compared to like the original Star Wars movie wax packs, which are quite a few years older than these. There's Princess Leia. Back looks pretty solid. That's is that Lando Calrissian in a disguise? I think it is. Yeah, you can see his mustache. So pretty much the same condition on all these, which is fairly solid. Looks like a baby Ewok on that one. Alright, so there you go. We got 4 Series 1 Return of the Jedi, 4 Series 2 Return of the Jedi, all different pack designs. Okay, next we got Empire Strikes Back, which was from 1980. This is a Series 1 pack. These are pretty rare and pretty valuable. I have one of these, I think, that I got in that collection of packs or that lot of packs I bought from Baseball Card Exchange a year or so ago. If I recall, I think these are like maybe $40 a pack, so pretty valuable. This one's a little bit kind of creased on the corners, definitely showing some white somewhere, so not the best condition, but with these older ones, Series 1s, they definitely are hard to find in pristine condition. Next up we have a second series, Empire Strikes Back, with the beautiful blue wrapper. Reminded me of 86 Topps a lot, also 83 Topps. Had blue background. This one's a little bit nicer condition than the Series 1, but still pretty beat up. And it's got that nice old school Topps logo, as do all of the Empire Strikes Backs. These were made in 1980, and that was the last year that Topps used that logo. It's probably like a, I don't know, $10 pack, $12 pack maybe. And then last we have Series 3. You'll notice that Return of the Jedi only had 2 series of packs, but Empire Strikes Back had 3, so I'm thinking that these kind of Star Wars cards got less and less popular at retail. The longer that they made them. And that does make some sense. I feel like maybe, Return of the Jedi was the least popular movie of the three, not for lack of hype, but just because, the first movie just was such a huge blow up. People, didn't even really know it was coming, and then it became like the greatest movie of all time. And people just went back and saw it over and over again, and as you'll see from the Star Wars cards, there was just a ton of interest in those cards, because they kept making more and more series of them. So you have all that hype, and then, the sequel, Empire Strikes Back, is coming out, and people gotta go to that, and I think by the third one, maybe people thought, I don't know, it's getting a little bit less exciting. Maybe a lot of the kids that, were people who were kids when Star Wars came out weren't really that excited about seeing Return of the Jedi. I don't know. Just my theory. Okay. So, this beauty right here is a very nice and valuable pack. It's Star Wars Series 1, so it's the first ever Star Wars cards that ever came out back in I think they were 77. Let's see if they made them out in 77 or 78. It doesn't have a year, but I'm guessing these were out in 77. I'm not sure, like, when in the year Star Wars was released. It just says copyright 1977, but that's just a reference to the, IP in the movie. So this one has a nice solid piece of gum. A little bit of whiting on the corners, but really overall quite nice. This pack is actually significantly better than the Empire Strikes Back Series 1 pack. So, yeah, I can tell the seal has broken a little bit on the top part of this, but looks pretty solid down here. So, I don't know, this is one I would definitely consider grading. It would probably get a PSA 7, but it might get a 6. I don't think it would get higher than a 7, but a 7 is not bad. I bought a graded pack of this stuff. I don't know, within the last year there was like a special at Baseball Card Exchange. I think that was a PSA 8. And I don't remember how much it was. Maybe like $375 or something like that. I don't know. The packs are not cheap. I think ungraded, these probably go for $100 or more. And then like a PSA 8 again, $300, $400, $500, depending on when you can buy it. So, spoiler alert, there were 5 series of Star Wars cards, which is kind of amazing. If you think about it, for there to be 5 different series of non-sports card, it just shows you what a phenomenon Star Wars was. This is Series 2. It just says new series. I believe this is Series 2. Yeah. It's funny because 3 of these series just say new series instead of saying like Series 2 or 3 or 4. And then the 5th series actually says 5th series, so I'm not sure, but I think this is Series 2. And it's quite nice. Kind of a weird fold there. Maybe a little bit of a crease there, or like a little slit breakage. But yeah, overall pretty nice pack. Does have a little gum poke right there, which is what happens when the gum kind of just tries to escape. Alright, next up I think this is Series 3. And I believe this is the one that has like the card of C-3PO that looks like he's got like a, how shall we say, he looks excited. That card has some value to it if it grades well. And this one does say 1978 as the copyright, so I'm trying to see what some of these other ones say. That's weird, some of these don't have years at all. But this one did say What's it? The year on it, maybe on the front. Well, it says 1977 there. So, I don't know, I'm still thinking that's the second series, and this is the third series, the green. It does say 77 under Star Wars, but then on the back it's 1978, so these are inconsistently labeled. But let's check the condition on this one, kind of about the same as that series 2. That's pretty cool, might be a little tear there. Some kind of gum poke right there. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. I don't know if I would grade any of these except that series 1. So I think this is probably series 4. Right here. This one looks to be pretty dang sharp. Some gum pokes on the top there. But cool, I like that color. That background, like magenta. Looks very unique. And last but not least, we have a Series 5. This is definitely the least valuable of all the Star Wars cards. Star Wars original movie cards, I should say. First movie. This one also says copyright 1978 tops. If you'll recall, when I think last year BBCE did their Black Friday special, it was like, I don't know, it was like 10% off basically anything. So I bought a bunch of wax boxes, which have all cratered in value since then. But one of them was a box of this 5th series Star Wars, and that's the only box of first movie Star Wars cards that I have. I think I have an Empire Strikes Back box and maybe like a Return of the Jedi box, one of the series 1, I think. But I only have one box of Star Wars first movie cards, and that would be the 5th series, which is the least valuable. You can get those boxes for, these days you can probably get them for $1,100, $1,200. I think I paid like $15 for mine. I think that was 15, then minus the 10%, so a little bit less than that. Alright, that's what we got for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Hope my non-sports collectors are out there enjoying and getting some packs of your own. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'll have. I think there's actually some packs that are that were part of this collection that did not make it in the box that this guy sent me, so he like realized it later and then put them in a second box. I'm not really sure how many packs. I have to look at the listing of when I bought them to see what was missing, but I'm not sure how many it will be. But if it's more than 10, I'll maybe do another video to show you those. But that's what I got for today. Hope you folks are doing well. We'll catch y'all later. Bye now.